Hey guys, in this video I am going to teach you how to add and subtract polynomials. So up at the top of page 76 you see two steps. It says step 1, distribute if necessary, and then step 2, combine like terms. Now remember, like terms have to have the same variable to the same power. That's very important to remember. So let's take a look. I have 4x plus 7 in parentheses plus 2x minus 5. So when I'm looking at these, the first thing I want to do is pay attention to the sign in the middle. It's an addition sign, so that means I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is. So I can drop the parentheses. So 4x plus 7 plus 2x minus 5. The signs are going to stay exactly the same. So I took care of, there's no distributing, so step number 1 we skipped. And then what I need to do is combine like terms. So if you look, you should see a 4x and a 2x. And remember, I want these to be in standard form, so I'm going to go in order from biggest exponent to smallest. 4x plus 2x is 6x. Then I have a 7 and a negative 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So 6x plus 2 is the final answer. Number 2. Notice this time that there is a negative sign in between. So this time I can't just drop the parentheses and rewrite it. Even though it's not there, there is a negative 1 right here. So I have to actually distribute this time. The first two terms are going to stay the same, so it's 4x plus 7. And then negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. And negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5. So I've done the distributing. Next I need to combine like terms. The biggest exponent I see is 1, so that's going to be 4x and negative 2x, which together make 2x. Then I have 7 and 5, which is 12. So 2x plus 12 is my final answer. So here's the key information. If it's addition, drop the parentheses and combine like terms. If it's subtraction, distribute the negative and then combine like terms. All right, let's try another. All right, so this time we have a trinomial added to a trinomial, which means I can drop the parentheses and combine like terms. So negative x squared plus 8x minus 3 plus 4x squared plus 6x minus 2. All right, the biggest exponent I see is 2, so that's where I'm going to start. I have a negative x squared and a positive 4x squared, which will give me 3x squared. Then the next biggest exponent I see is 1. That's an 8x and a 6x, which makes 14x. And lastly, I have a negative 3 and a negative 2, which makes negative 5. All right, number 4. This time I see a negative sign, a subtraction in between, so I'm going to have to distribute that. So remember, even though it's not there, there's a 1, so it's really a negative 1. The first 3 stay the same, so negative x squared plus 8x minus 3, and then distribute that negative. Negative 1 times 4x squared is negative 4x squared. Negative 1 times 6x is negative 6, and negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. Now combine like terms. The biggest exponent I see is 2, so I have a negative x squared and a negative 4x squared, which makes negative 5x squared. Then I have 8x, because 1 is the next biggest exponent, and negative 6x, which is 2x. Lastly, I have negative 3 and positive 2, which is negative 1. All right, one more. Notice how there are numbers in front of the parentheses this time. I'm definitely going to have to take care of that first. So the negative 3 gets distributed here, the 5 here, and the negative 2 here. So there will be different terms all the way around. Negative 3 times 4x is negative 12x. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. Negative 2 times negative x is positive 2x. And negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. All right, so I've distributed all those terms in front of the parentheses. Now I need to combine like terms. The biggest exponent I see is 1 this time, so I'm going to square all of the ones that have an x to the first power, and there are a few of them this time. So I have negative 12x plus 5x plus 2x, which gives me negative 5x. And then all of these are constants. I'm going to combine them all together. So negative 6 minus 40 minus 18 is negative 64. And that's it. That is how you add and subtract polynomials.